Hello, everybody. Miss Debbie here. Welcome to the library to bedtime story times. I'll have a little quiet story at the end, but maybe something not too scary. But we want to get ready for Halloween. Some of my friends like the spooky stuff, and some don't at all. So we'll try to be kind to the people who are scared. So, anyway. I am in the library. It looks like behind me I might be on the moon or on Mars, but that's a picture that's painted on the wall in the library. So, except for when I'm doing my story time, how do you like this mask? This is kind of green. Maybe I'll just wear a mask for Halloween, not even a costume. It's okay. But now nobody's around, so I can take the mask off. So we're still 6 feet apart. So, all right, let's get started. I have a bunch of books. Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you today? It's a beautiful day. The leaves are turning beautiful colors. The sky is blue, the clouds are white. Um, I woke up early this morning and it wasn't, it's dark out when I get up now. And I went outside and the sky was black and the stars were bright. And there was no moon. Maybe that's why the stars were so bright. And there was this one red glowing thing in the sky. So, you have that app on your cell phone. It's called Star View or Sky View or something. So then I just hold it up and I can identify. So that was Mars. And the night before I saw Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter. But Mars is bright red in the sky. So how exciting is that, right? So if you get up early, you could say to one of your parents, take me outside so I can look at the sky. So maybe I'll see Twinkle. So how are you? Remember our little song from last week? These two polite little thumbs of ours? It goes like this. Where is Thumpkin? Where is Thumpkin? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Run away. And we talked about manners. And if someone says, how are you? And you could say, I'm fine, I'm well, and say thank you for asking. And by the way, how are you? So that's very polite, and that's what we do to each other. So our first book is a Halloween story. What's in the Witch's Kitchen? Are you afraid of witches? I am a little bit. Let's see. What are you most afraid of? Mummies, ghosts, witches, skeletons, all of that. The Dark. What's in the Witch's Kitchen by Nick Sherratt. This is what you call a lift the flap book. What's in the refrigerator in the witch's kitchen? Let's see. Oh, is it bats with fleas? Or tasty cheese? What is in the teapot in the witch's kitchen? Is it, nasty goblins liquid? Or is it strawberry tea? I had hibiscus tea for lunch. What's in the tin in the witch's kitchen? Maybe biscuits? Maybe spiders and snakes. Ew. Or biscuits and cakes. Well, what's in the toaster in the witch's kitchen? Something's burning, that's for sure. Is it a grumpy burnt ghost? Or Some crunchy hot toast. Yum, yum. What could be in the cabinet in the witch's kitchen? Something very, very bony, or baked bean soup and macaroni. What strange goings on in the witch's kitchen? If your frazzled nerves can't take any more, make your escape through the witch's back door. Let me out of here. Oh, no, you don't. Boo! You'll have to go out the front door. So that's a fun book. It's called Lift the Flap Book. What's in the Witch's Kitchen? So that's a lot of fun. So this is my favorite book of tonight. And I might put out the little craft for it next week. The Little Ghost Who Was a Quilt. Now you see a lot of ghosts for Halloween. People put sheets out or dress up in a sheet and pretend they're a ghost. So this is the little ghost who wasn't a sheet, he was a quilt. And you know what a quilt is, it's just patchwork pieces of fabric put together. So this is by Real Nason and illustrated by Byron Egenschweiler. I love this book. This is my new favorite book. Little cute little ghost. The little ghost who was a quilt. Look at him. Once there was a little ghost who was a quilt. He's looking out of the attic window. Look at the starry sky. That's awesome. He didn't know why he was a quilt. His mom and dad and all his friends were sheets. They were light as air. They flew high and fast and twirled and whirled in the sky. Do you see him back there looking out of his window? Aww. They could even ride on a gust of wind and then whoosh back to the ground like they were going down an invisible slide. Those ghosts and sheets. The little ghost who was a quilt was heavy because of his layers of fabric. It was hard for him to lift off, and he was a slow flyer. He got hot and sweaty when he tried to go faster. The only time he attempted to twirl and whirl, it didn't end well. He tried to twirl and whirl down the steps. Poor little quilted ghost. One day, he and his friends were at the park when they heard someone coming. His friend zoomed away because ghosts are terrified of people. But the little ghost couldn't escape quickly enough. Remember, he was heavy because he was a quilt. I'll bet the blanket on your bed is heavy. Do you see his friends hiding in the bushes back there? The little ghost who was a quilt flopped over a bench. A family came along, and a little boy who was eating an ice cream cone sat down beside him. The little ghost had never been so close to a human before, and he felt fear in every fiber of his fabric. The boy only stayed a few minutes, but he dropped a big blob of melted ice cream right on the little ghost's face. How rude. Later, when some other ghosts saw him, they laughed at the stain on his forehead. The little ghost was embarrassed and also very sticky. Oh, I love this picture. Look at all those little ghosts laughing, and look at the birds, look at the crows laughing too. Oh my. Isn't that terrible? The little ghost didn't like being different. His mom told him he had an ancestor who was a checkered tablecloth, and his great-grandmother was an elegant lace curtain. Everyone said she was the most beautiful ghost they'd ever seen. Even knowing that, the little ghost didn't feel any better. So there's one picture, the checkered tablecloth ghost, and behind the tree in the picture is his grandmother, the lace curtain. But look at the poor little dude. Aww. I just feel so bad for him. He wished he was just one fabric and not a whole bunch of squares sewn together. The other ghosts called him Scrappy, and he didn't like that. But there was one day that always cheered him up. Can you guess what it is? It's Halloween. What's that? A jack o' lantern. When a pumpkin is carved with a funny face, that's called a jack o' lantern. People seemed excited about ghosts on Halloween, and sometimes children dressed as them to trick or treat. Every year, the ghosts went to watch the festivities. They stayed silent and still in the trees and pretended to be decorations far away from any humans. So look up in the trees. That's his friends pretending they're just decorations in the trees. And then there's the kids on the bottom that are dressed as ghosts. Too heavy to hover, the little ghost, who was a quilt, usually draped himself over a clothesline. He never had a very good view. There he is, draped over a clothesline, but the cat is sitting right in front of him. This year, he had a better plan. He remembered how close he had been to the boy at the park, so he decided he would be brave and fold himself over a chair on a porch, right in the center of the action. Halloween night came, and the little ghost flew as fast as he could, but he was only halfway across the lawn when he heard people coming. At the last possible second, he flopped over a porch rail. A moon, a mom walked up the driveway with a little girl dressed as a ballerina. While the little girl trick or treated, the mother asked the man at the door something. So there's the little girl trick or treating. The mother's asking him something, and she's pointing toward the quilt. The next thing the little ghost knew, the mom had picked him up. He was so scared he thought his seams might come unstitched. The mom wrapped the little ghost around the girl and put them both in a wagon. The girl had been cold, and now the little ghost was keeping her warm. He could hardly believe what was happening. They headed down the street past his friends in their tree. No, don't go, one whispered. What are you doing? Do you see them in the tree? What are you doing? Where are you going? The little ghost decided to fly away as soon as the girl got out of the wagon to trick or treat again. But the mom didn't turn into the next yard, or the one after that. By the time she finally walked up to a house, the little ghost was panicking. How could he get away? The mother parked the wagon and carried the little girl and the little ghost into the house. The little ghost didn't know what to do. He reminded himself to stay calm and be brave. Ooh, he's seeing things in the dark. The little ghost peeked around the room. There were Halloween decorations everywhere. He even saw a branch trimmed with lollipop ghosts. They looked just like his friends in the tree. Pretty good decorations. Oh, there's the little ballerina kicking off her shoes. The girl tucked the little ghost, who was a quilt, under her legs as she sorted her candy into piles. He felt surprisingly cozy. Maybe things would turn out okay after all. The girl ate a chocolate bar, and when she wiped her sticky fingers on the little ghost, he didn't even mind. After the little girl was asleep upstairs, her mom gently folded the little ghost, who was a quilt. She smiled and admired his fabrics and traced her fingers along a line of his stitching. It tickled. Look at he's smiling, and how kindly she's folding the quilt. She set the little ghost on the couch and went upstairs too. When she was gone, he flew into the fireplace and out the chimney. His smile was 3 quilt squares wide. Aw. The little ghost friends cheered and rushed over to him. They were amazed by his courage and wanted to hear every detail of his adventure. They flew slowly along with him all the way home, because remember, he can't go as fast as they can. But this time they flew slowly with him. And that's what friends do. The little ghost was so happy that he felt like he was floating without even trying. Everything that had happened was because he was a little bit different. Everything had happened because he was a quilt. Isn't that your new favorite Halloween story? It's mine. Oh, I love that. Okay, let's just have a fun song. I'm getting ready to comb my hair again. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, all through the town. The driver on the bus says, move on back, move on back, move on back. The driver on the bus says, wear your mask, all through the town. What if it's raining? The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. The people on the bus go side to side, side to side, side to side. The people on the bus go side to side, all through the town. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town. The babies on the bus go wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. The babies on the bus go wow, 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 all through the town. The mommies on the bus go shh, 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 shh. The mommies on the bus go shh, 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 all through the town. Skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. Skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Oh, skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. I love you. Remember our sign language. That's one of my favorite songs too. So here's an old book. Maybe you've never heard it because people don't read it a lot, but it's called Elmer by David McKee. And Elmer is this little patchwork quilt of an elephant. He's very colorful. What color are elephants usually? Right, they're gray. They're gray and kind of boring looking, but this is Elmer. Well, there's all the other elephants. And you're right, they're all different shades of gray. There was once a herd of elephants. Elephants young, elephants old, elephants tall and short, fat and thin. All were different, but all were happy, and almost all were the same color. There's a skinny one, and a fat one, and a little one, and different colors of gray. All except Elmer. Elmer was not elephant color. He was patchwork. Elmer was yellow and orange and red and pink and purple and blue and green and even black and white. It was Elmer who kept the other elephants happy. Their games and jokes were always his idea. If an elephant was laughing, the cause was usually Elmer. But Elmer himself wasn't happy. Who ever heard of a patchwork elephant, he thought. No wonder they laugh at me. One morning, just as the others were waking up, Elmer slipped away. Do you think elephants sleep sitting down? Let's hold that thought. As he walked through the jungle, Elmer the elephant met other animals. Good morning, Elmer, they said. They all knew it was him. I love this picture. After a long walk, Elmer found what he was looking for, a large bush covered with elephant-colored berries. Elmer caught hold of the bush and shook it until the berries fell on the ground. Then Elmer lay down and rolled over on the berries, this way and that. He picked up bunches of berries and rubbed himself all over until he was covered with berry juice. When he had finished, there wasn't a sign of any yellow or orange or red or pink or purple or blue or green or black or white. Elmer looked just like any other elephant. On his way back through the jungle, Elmer passed the other animals. Good morning, elephant, they said. When Elmer rejoined the herd, none of the other elephants noticed him. Do you notice which one is Elmer? Probably the dude with his eyes open. As he stood there, Elmer felt that something was wrong. But what? He looked around. Same old jungle, same old blue sky, same old rain cloud, same old elephants. Speaking of rain cloud, there it is. There's a herd of elephants. The other elephants were standing absolutely still, silent, and serious. Elmer had never seen them so serious before. It made him want to laugh. Finally, he could bear it no longer. He lifted his trunk, and at the top of his voice, he shouted, "Boo!" The other elephants jumped up in surprise. Elmer was helpless with laughter. Then the others began to laugh. Too bad Elmer isn't here to share the fun, they said, laughing harder and harder. And then the rain cloud burst. When the rain fell on Elmer, his patchwork started to show again. Oh, Elmer, gasped an old elephant as Elmer was washed back to normal. You've played some good jokes, but this has been the biggest laugh of all. What would we do without you? We must celebrate this day every year, said another, the day of Elmer's best joke. All of us elephants will decorate ourselves in his honor, said a third, and Elmer will decorate himself elephant color. There's there's Elmer getting washed clean. And one day each year, the elephants color themselves yellow or orange or red or pink or purple and blue or green or black or white and have a parade. If you happen to see an elephant in the Elmer's Day parade who is ordinary elephant color, you will know it must be Elmer. The end. So there are good happy endings if you're a little bit different. Might look like a quilt, patchwork quilt. Sometimes my mommy takes me over to my friend's house to play. Sometimes she's gone a little while, and sometimes she's gone all day. But my mommy comes back, my mommy comes back, my mommy comes back to get me. My mommy comes back. She always comes back. She never would forget me. Excuse me. Sometimes the the fiber from the patchwork quilt of my mask gets in my throat and makes it tickle. It's not a funny tickle either. So, um, if you haven't ever heard this book, Go Away, Big Green Monster, this is a good one to remind yourself that you can control things if you're feeling scared. You can be in charge, okay? So it's called Go Away, Big Green Monster. And remember, when you're scared or you don't like something, you hold your hand up in the universal stop, and you could put your hand right out there. Stop. You practice that with me. Stop. If you don't want to be kissed, just say stop, or hug. Stop. Or scared. Stop. It's a good word to use. Big Green Monster has two big yellow eyes, a long bluish greenish nose, a big red mouth with sharp white teeth, two little squiggly ears, scraggly purple hair, and a big scary green face. Ooh. But you don't scare me. Remember, put your hand up. You don't scare me. So go away, scraggly purple hair. Go away, two little squiggly ears. Go away, long bluish greenish nose. Go away, big green face. Go away, big red mouth. Go away, sharp white teeth. Go away, two big yellow eyes. Go away, big green monster, and don't come back until I say so. One of my favorite books. I tell that in story time, and I can scare you by yelling. And don't come back. So I have a new song for us. It's called Kookaburra. So I'll sing it. We're going to sing the second verse of the song because I like it. And then maybe we'll sing it from now on. It goes like this. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, eating all the gumdrops he can see. Stop, Kookaburra, stop. Kookaburra, please save some for me. Imagine that, a tree full of gumdrops. Try that again. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, eating all the gumdrops he can see. Stop, Kookaburra, stop. Kookaburra, please save some for me. So we have a few more songs, but to get rid of any scary books or thoughts that we've had, I have this wonderful book called A Book of Sleep. The illustrations are just pretty. By Il Sung Na. And we've talked about animals who sleep, right? Remember what animal stays awake at night? You're right. It's the owl. And here's the little owl in the sky. When the sky grows dark and the moon glows bright, everyone goes to sleep, except for the watchful owl. Oh, she's pretty. Some sleep in peace and quiet. Well, they look like a little koala bear and his mommy. And the little owl is watching. Some make lots of noise when they sleep. And that elephant, do you think the elephant snorts through his nose when he sleeps, trumpets through his nose? Now look at that elephant. He's sleeping standing up. Now we just read Elmer, and those elephants were sleeping sitting down. So what's the true picture here? Have to ask a librarian to look it up in the encyclopedia. Some sleep standing up. These are horses. While some sleep on the move. Look at that whale. He's just on the move while he sleeps. And you could tell by the teeth that it must be a blue whale. Some sleep with one eye open. So these are little quails or bobwhites, and they're sleeping on the telephone wire, and they're all sleeping with one eye open. Isn't that cute? Some sleep with both eyes open. There's a fish with both eyes open, and they don't even blink. That's the owl looking at the fish. Some sleep peacefully alone. There's the giraffe with his head on a pillow cloud. And there's some giraffes in the background with their heads on pillow clouds. And they're sleeping all alone. While others sleep all together, huddled close at night. Penguins sleep together in what's called a rookery. A group of penguins is a rookery. I love little bits of information like that. But when the sky turns blue and the sun glows bright, everyone wakes up. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Everyone wakes up except for the tired owl. She sleeps in the day. Isn't this a sweet book? I love this. Sometimes I want to own books because I love them so much, and I do. So yeah, we're kind of winding down. We're kind of going to Lily White's party. My bed sheets are blue, so maybe I'm going to Little Boy Blue party or something. But like I said, my mother called it Lily White's party. So let's get ready for Lily White's party. So, this is the way we wash our face, wash our face, wash our face. This is the way we wash our face before we go to bed. This is the way we comb our hair, comb our hair, comb our hair. This is the way we comb our hair before we go to bed. This is the way we brush our teeth, brush our teeth, brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth before we go to bed. This is the way we blow a kiss, blow a kiss, blow a kiss. This is the way we blow a kiss before we go to bed. Oh, can you snuggle down into the covers? Snuggle down, put your pillow up there, bring your covers up to your chin, get nice and warm, give yourself a big hug because day is done, gone the sun, from the land, from the hills, from the sky. All is well, safely rest. Sleep is nigh. That means sleep is near. And I wish you sweet dreams um, and good dreams and a long night's sleep. And so you're nice and warm and snuggly. And then when you wake up, you throw the blankets off and jump out of bed and say good morning and go smile at yourself in the mirror and have a wonderful day because you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Blow a kiss. Good night. I'll see you